tell you, situationships can be very tricky, especially when you don't know what that other person is thinking. So you're like constantly having ideas. Oh, is he thinking, does he like me, does he not like me, does he do this, does he not do that? Like, are you not tired? Hi guys, welcome back to Life with Sam, where we give you the hot tea about lifestyle and faith. I look peg. I mean, my confidence level is on a ging. Like, I'm just feeling myself fire today. What's wrong with me? Guys, welcome back to Life with Sam. If you're just tuning in, welcome. If you're a new subscriber, double welcome. Like, welcome to the family, man. I'm so happy to have you guys here watching me on your faithful Sunday. Yeah, faithful Sunday. And to those that liked, shared my video the last time, God bless you, man. God bless you. Thanks for supporting the channel. We are going to talk about the 4 types of situationships, and which one are you? Yes, so you people that are tuning inside this video, I know you will tune in because guilty conscience is catching you and you want to know. Let me give you guys a tea. So today, I feel like I have been thinking a lot about situationships recently, and like how it affects people, what to do when you're in a situationship, like how to go about the whole thing. Because honestly, in this our generation, I feel like the rise of situationship is here. Like, it's so high. We have so many people in situationships this time because I mean, no one really is ready for that commitment of a relationship, right? But yeah, before we go, I'm going to look at number 1 of situationship. Number 1, gong. Please permit me to use my phone. Denial situationships. Now, this is the situationship that both of you are inside situationship. You both know that you like each other, but then you're both denying that, oh, there's something to it, there's something to it. Oh, I mean, like, you guys are talking like you're in your boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing, but then you keep telling yourself, oh, there's nothing to it. No, we are nothing. If your friends ask you, you're like, oh no, we're just friends, and you keep telling yourself that, but both of you are most likely doing stuff with each other, or even if you're not doing stuff, you're most likely talking all the time, and you know you like each other, but you're just denying that there's something there. Now, is that the right way to go about it? We're going to go into that. The reason why I feel like denial situationships is a problem is because it may cause a problem where 2 people have different expectations of what they want and nothing is being said. To be honest, that's my whole point about situationships, is that most times you have 2 people who like each other, or one person who likes the other person more than the other, and then both of you are just like having different ideas of what you guys are having. Nothing is being said, nothing is clearly written out, like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want to happen. So especially when it's like you're not in that denial situationship where it's like both of you have not even, like, there is nothing, like, nobody has said anything to each other, and both of you are having expectations. One person feels like, oh, we're just having fun, another person feels like, oh, we're leading up to something. That's what the thing about expectations and all, just people fall short because it's like, oh, I expected this, but this didn't happen, and you get heartbroken. Now, that's my whole problem with situationships. Like, honestly, it's just such a messy route. Like, it's a really messy route. Now, there are exceptions to it. Now, this is what I'm going to talk about, the second part of situationships, which is no destination situationships. So let me put it this way: both of you know that you like each other, you said your feelings to each other, but then you're like, we just want to have fun, we don't want a relationship, we don't see the point of anything, let's just have fun, let's not make anything official. Now, there is that. So I mean, you can say that, oh, but there is no harm in that, like this and that. But then when we understand that relationships are actually commitment to people, like you're committed to one person, because let's say you say that, oh, I want to have a situationship with someone, you both know you like each other, but you're like, I don't want anything more than this. You can end up doing something with another person, or entering another situationship with another person, and the person you're with will get jealous, or you that you're inside and you're like, oh, I'm cool, you may get jealous if you see that person with another person, especially if you like that person, because you're like, oh, but then you guys already said that you don't want anything out of this. See, I don't feel like you should awake love before it's time. You should not get into something feeling like, oh, I have an escape route. That's not relationship. I'm not saying that if you're in a relationship you cannot escape. If you're in a relationship that you cannot leave when you see things that you're not a big fan of. But what I'm saying is that when you're entering a relationship, you're entering a relationship because you're thinking commitment, long-term goals. Dating is not a fun game. It's not, oh, I'm bored, let me date. Like, that's one idea that this world gives. I'm just like, how do people do it? How do you get emotionally invested in someone and then you're like, oh, not ready for this and then you leave? Or how do you get someone emotionally invested in you and then you just leave the person because you think dating is a game? Dating is a serious thing. Like, I'm not even saying dating in terms of the world terms right now, which is like entering a serious relationship. It's a serious thing. So like, you cannot be playing with another person's emotions just like that because you feel like you can. It doesn't make any sense. So if you're entering a situationship with someone, I would even say that please be very, very cautious. Like, if you're entering a situationship, let it be that, oh, you have a destination to where this is going to go to. And this is where it takes me to my next point: destination situationships, where it's like, okay, both of you know that you're in a situationship, you know that you guys are friends, but you don't want to be anything more right now. You guys are talking every time, you like each other, you know about it, but right now you're like, this is not the time for me. Let's give it time to know each other better before we enter into a committed relationship. So the goal is a committed relationship. The difference with the other one is where the goal is not even a committed relationship in the first place. Like, you're just entering because you want to have fun, you just want to have fun. But this one, the goal is a committed relationship. So you know that you like each other, but you're like, let's talk more, let's get to know each other more, let's see the things we like about each other, let's know more about each other, so that we're working towards a committed relationship. And the honest truth about this thing is not that you now say this one, you not put a timeline to when you want to walk into a relationship or walk into a serious relationship. You just say, oh, we're working towards a serious relationship, but you've not put a timeline. Guy, it's not going to work, because one person can just be like, oh, let's keep going this way, you know, let's see what happens. But another person is like, oh, but the other person is like, oh, but nothing has been made clear. And then you don't know where you stand with this person. But when you've put timelines, when you've put dates, like, okay, you know what, for the next 5 months, let's keep talking, let's be friends, let's get to know each other more, and then after that we can discuss again this whole idea of a relationship. That makes more sense. That's a much more mature way to handle things, because let me tell you, situationships can be very tricky, especially when you don't know what that other person is thinking. So you're like constantly having ideas. Oh, is he thinking, does he like me, does he not like me, does he do this, does he not do that? Like, are you not tired? To be honest, I feel like if you are somebody where you feel like you're in a situationship with someone right now, you've been talking to a person for a very long time and nothing has been said, like, I mean, it's actually a really long time, I feel call the person out on it, because you cannot invest your emotions into somebody and then the person ends up telling you, we're just friends, we're just friends, we're just friends. That statement should pain me. I'm very emotional about it, because we're just friends. Friends where? Who is your friend? Do I know you from Ada? I'm not your friend. Don't be calling me your friend. What's that? Please, I beg. So you cannot just like invest so much emotions and attachment to a person, talking to a person every single time, if you know you like this person. And I'm not talking about gender right now. Yes, I personally, and this is me, right, I love it when, you know, the guy is the one that brings it up. Oh, I like kill, you know, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then when it's a situation where you and the guy have been talking for a very long time, if you're a lady right now, and then he has not said anything, he hasn't brought anything up, and you're tired of constantly wondering whether this person likes you or this person doesn't like you, please bring it up. Say it straight up, like, hey, what's going on? Do you have any intentions for me? This and that. Like, bring it up in a mature way so that you can actually know what's going on, because you cannot keep living in a realm where you're not sure about anything. This is the problem with situationship. There is nothing, you're not sure about what's going on, what's happening, you don't even know your left from right, and it's such a big problem, because you can get invested in someone and the person just tells you, we are just friends. That statement, you should pay me, Jesus. But now that's what I'm trying to make you guys understand, that situationships, when it has a destination, it's okay. When you're using that time to get to a new person, it's okay. That's what my whole point about situationships. I feel like situationships can be so stressful when you don't know what's going on, but then when you know what's going on, it helps a whole lot better. When there's a timeline that you set out, okay, this is the time when we're going to discuss this whole relationship thing, let's get to know each other now, it's not a problem. Like, so situations don't have to be bad, like, but things have to be defined. Like, things have to be defined. Okay, what are we doing at this point? What's going on at this point? Do we see ourselves get into a serious relationship? I personally don't believe that you can just, the person can get emotionally invested, you can end up hurting the other person. So please, if you're in a situationship and you don't know what's happening right now, define it. I'm going to look like I like this person too much, I don't want to seem that way, I don't want to seem needy. Guys, seem needy, seem it. Like, you're needy to one person is another loving to another person. Like, just because you feel needy to one person doesn't mean that another person will not see you and feel like you're loving. Like, look, your time and effort is money. It's shimpa. You cannot be talking to somebody all the time and then they're not paying you, and they're not even trying to see whether you can get into a serious relationship with them, but then you're just like, oh, let's just keep talking, we'll see where it goes, let's know what happens. Like, talk about it, bring it up. Don't keep investing your emotions in something with someone. Let's say, I'm not talking about, let's say you are just talking for 1 month, 2 months, and then you're like, oh, let's talk. I'm looking like you guys are talking for like a couple of months, 6 months, 7 months, close to a year itself, and then nobody has spoken about anything. It doesn't make any sense, because both parties are just unsure of what's happening, and then one person can end up getting hurt. You need to talk about it. Define what you have. Point. If it's a destination situationship where you've spoken about it, you've actually said, okay, this is what we want to do, let's be friends for this period, then that's good. Like, have that defined timeline of when you're going to revisit this topic or revisit this situation. Do you get? It's just wisdom. Now, I'm not saying it's a sin to have a situationship, no, but there is this thing about applying wisdom. Like, be wise, have sense. Do you get? Have sense. I hope this video blessed somebody. If it did, please comment down below what you think about situationship, and if you learned anything in my video, God bless you, and I hope you have a blessed day. And my housemate is waiting for me before she cuts me off right now. You know how she can be. Wow. Think I'm rude. But is that not how you are? You're always interrupting. Come and show them your fine face.
No, like,
no, come and show them now.
Stop. All the people in situationships will now
now what?
Will not identify me. Stop.
This girl is a kiss. Okay, bye guys, have a blessed day, have a blessed Sunday. Mwah.